Today I'm going to be walking you guys through step by step what you need to do to make a full-time income selling online. What's up everybody, welcome to another episode of Millionaire Mindset. My name is Sam and I'm an e-commerce fanatic. I'm dedicated to showing you guys how you can grow and start your own online businesses. So stay tuned if you're interested in learning how you can make a full-time income selling on eBay. So first and foremost, you're going to need an eBay, Amazon, and PayPal account. I recommend you guys get an eBay store subscription right away. You're not going to be able to list enough items with just the basic free store. Unless you're selling super high-end items like luxury watches, then you might be able to do it. Otherwise, for those getting into some of the more popular categories, some of the more well-found categories, you're going to need a store subscription. On Amazon, you're going to need a seller account as well, and this will allow you to post and sell and really tap into the massive platform that is Amazon. There's a lot of different categories you guys can dive into. Some of the main categories that I feel like are most common, there's obviously hundreds of categories. Clothing is the most popular, it's easy to find, it's everywhere, you can sometimes get it for free. Vintage electronics, sporting goods, home decor, video games, toys, there's so many, you guys. So if you guys find any of those interesting, you already have a previous knowledge in one of those categories, I recommend that as well. People are making good money in just about every category on eBay, but those are some of the most popular and some of the easier markets to enter into, especially as a beginner. Also, I would recommend you guys just finding stuff around your house and looking for money there, and you can really see how the platforms work for you, and you can get an idea of how to list an item, how to ship it, how to deal with customers. You can just learn the basics of it before you really put too much capital in. This is something I wish I would have done because I kind of just dived right in, and there's plenty of costly mistakes I made just diving in head first like that without really getting an understanding of what I was doing. Moving forward, we're going to teach you how you can grow and start this business. So where can you find these items to sell? There's plenty of places to do so. Most popular places are garage sales, thrift stores, and online arbitrage such as Craigslist, or you're looking at liquidation sites. But let's start off with garage sales. For me, I live in Wisconsin, so there's not really a lot of garage sales throughout the season. For summer, in Wisconsin, it's usually about 1 week. It's not very long, and I'm not able to take advantage of the full season like a lot of people are in Florida and California. But if you guys are lucky to be in an area where there's a lot of garage sales, there's a huge potential there. A lot of times people don't know what they're pricing their items at, and you're able to get a really good deal. So secondly, you can go to thrift stores. The cheapest place you can go is the bins, commonly known as the Goodwill outlet. Clothing is sold by the pound. This is a great investment for anyone starting out. You can literally be wrong about the items you buy. Saying you're going to buy an item for $1 and it's going to sell for $5, you really have 4 chances to be wrong to still make that dollar, to still make that 20% ROI. So there's plenty of room for mistakes here if you're starting out. You don't have to worry about losing a lot of capital. There's other places you can go if you have a little more capital to start off with, such as TJ Maxx, Burlington, Marshalls. This is known as retail arbitrage, where you're just finding stuff at a cheap discount from these retail stores. Usually stuff is on clearance or it's just severely marked down already. If it's new clothing, Amazon is your best bet. Also eBay as well, depending on the item, but I see most commonly people sell new clothing on Amazon. You can just ride on somebody else's listing. You just kind of take advantage of that brand that's already selling well. So, how are you going to know what to buy, and how are you going to know what it's worth? Well, in the beginning, you're not really going to know what to buy, but you're going to want to look up everything. So you're going to want to use the eBay app, and for Amazon, you're going to want to use the FBA Scan app to just look everything up and really get an idea of what is selling. So it may be weird looking everything up at a garage sale, but I recommend just saying that you're checking in to see if your friend wants it, or you just kind of get a friend to distract the person who's hosting the sale, and you quickly put in that item on your phone to see if there's some money to be made. You guys gotta hustle, you gotta look everything up. You never know what's gonna sell. I know Sony Walkmans actually sell for over $100 if you can find those old yellow Walkmans, so that's another pro tip. Keep an eye out for those. So you have to really break it down what to buy, how much to pay, and what they are selling for online. So like I said, if you're on eBay, you have to check out the sold listings. Don't just base it off of your first search, because there are going to be people pricing it at an absurdly high price, and you might make a bad decision just based on that. You can also see if that item has been selling well, or that brand has been selling well. And for example, and there's a Ralph Lauren suit, and there's 4,000 available without looking into solds, but you go into solds and there's only 10 that have sold over the past couple months. You know that this is probably going to be a longer tail sell, which is something that's probably going to be sitting around for a while. At least things are good to have in your store, but you're going to want to have some bread and butter items that are really going to be moving quickly and you don't have to be sitting on, so you can reinvest that money as soon as possible. A few bread and butter brands I'll just name out for you guys really quick. True Religion, Miss Me, Vineyard Vines, Tommy Hilfiger. A lot of vintage stuff is selling hot right now, so Fila, Champion, stuff like that. So if you see those brands, pick them up without question and just check for flaws right away. You don't want to sell anything that has any major flaws or damages. If you're dealing with electronics, I recommend keeping some batteries on you, a little screwdriver so you can test it out. It's the worst feeling ever when you come home and your item isn't everything you thought it was going to be. So just to go over, and just some few final tips I have for you guys, it's just keep an open mind and treat it like a legitimate business. It's going to be a slow start, but if you get past the initial learning curve, you're going to easily be able to determine what is selling right away. You're going to know what to pay for these items, what they're going to be worth, and it's not as hard as it looks. And yeah, if you want to make a full-time income, you have to break it down by the numbers. So you're looking at 50 $20 items per week, or 10 $100 items per week, and that nets you $1,000 profit, or $52,000 a year, which is the number most people are looking for if they're going to quit their full-time job. It's way better than having someone telling you what to do every day at a full-time job. You're going to be able to have a full control of your time, and you're going to want to really just put in the work. There's so many resellers who are completely transparent with their business, and they show you what they bought and what it sold for. So if you guys want me to do videos on that, I can show you some of my most recent hauls. Just let me know in the comments and I can definitely do a thrift haul video. And yeah, you can learn a lot from resellers. There's a great Instagram community, there's a great Facebook community. If you need somebody to snap you into motivation, there's plenty of reseller motivation groups. You can jump in a coaching call, you can jump in a mastermind group just to keep yourself motivated, hold yourself accountable to getting more listings up. And that's the key, is to just list. The more you have in your store, the more likely something is going to sell. If you learned something from this video, please leave a comment or subscribe, and I'll be back with more e-commerce related content if that interests you. See you in the next one. Thanks.